didn't see coming at all. It's just he's just not as strong as some of these other maybe team fight stunners, etc. But he still can get the job done. So
no, for sure,
it's that ridiculous.
Don't control my hero again. Maybe some inside memes that I don't know about, unless they're cheating and giving each other control.
Don't control my hero again. That is interesting. All right, so smokes coming out on either side. Looks like Boom was checking their uphill right there.
Signature DB move. Walk into the enemy tower. Okay, no ward, guys. No mid ward, at least for now, for Boom. Well, there is one, but it only sees the very right side. Easy, good homework by Boom. They know that this pesky little DB guy is always going to go check it. So now they faked him out.
Well, I saw AGM, though, also ping. I think it was even Train Predator ping the ward, like exactly where it was. I don't know. That's insight as to they actually know or kind of just guessing. Top rune. Timber saw he's inching closer, but no, realizing that the numbers are there. But hey, good steal from Baboka. Catches them sleeping behind.
Well, 3 for 1. Even though Bad Rider isn't particularly good against these two heroes, whenever Razor goes for a link, I think you just pop Flame Break, push him away, and you just insta-break it. So maybe not as bad as a lane as it used to be for Timber, because nowadays as well, he has more damage. He's universal. He's got a Bad Rider with him to push out the Razor. But either way, I expect In Your Dream to have a good time in this lane. Very good time.
Yeah. Well, they certainly needed it on the side of AGM. Need that carry to be able to have a strong presence against what's a very beefy lineup. Timbersaw, Dragonite cores. And you, of course, have Terrorblade as the carry himself. Not the easiest to break through, especially in the physical sense. Oh, bot.
There's going to be a lot of pressure in this bottom lane. Like, you're constantly going to have, like, ET run in, going to cast some reflections. If he overplays, he's going to get stunned, concussive shot. Whereas mid lane is probably more of, like, a back and forth. It is a slightly DK favorite lane. But I've seen Ember somehow win this lane. It's like definitely going to play on the edge in this mid lane.
Yeah, I was up for the challenge, I'm sure, but Yopaj off to a good start. Bottom lane, you mentioned it's just expect a lot of trading blows down here.
Yep.
Elder Titan's got that blood grenade ready, but having to respect what's happening to him as the Astral Spirit's on cooldown for a couple more seconds, but I'm sure that'll come out soon once again.
Oop, instant meta. Yeah. And the stomp.
Stompable. Stevie's able to burrow strike away. That's to be chasing with the reflection, but cannot chase. No, that was actually top lane. WS goes down.
Yeah, those are just the level 2 timings. You saw it from both lanes. Like, they hit level 2 bottom, instantly used their spells, nearly killed the Sand King. Same thing happened top. They got level 2. Timber still level 1. No chain to get away, and just easy first blood.
He is going to hit level 2 now as he TP's back in, but yeah, great start for the side of AGM. The Razor having that successful start himself, as you were mentioning, expecting that. But man, Terrorblade and Dragonite is...
Yeah, we need to point out these CS. You definitely see it too. They're 11 and 9 and 10 and 9. It's like they're laning against, well, obviously they're not laning against bots, but this is what it looks like if you open a lobby and you get every CS and deny. So this is impressive.
Yeah. That's 18 denies between the two. We're just at 2.5 minutes right now. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's nearly more CS than the entire Dire team combined.
Sure, we're going to see that coming into effect, including Sand King bottom lane. He's got some pressure they want to do themselves on X Nova.
Nope, blood grenades. Counter blood grenades.
Yeah, the blood grenades on top of one another. Skywrath will be the one to feel the hurt in the end.
So X-Nova has a salve as well to get himself up and ready and going once more. Lotus up top. Push back, blood grenades.
Yeah, Baboka's gonna die first though. Treant, however, is eventually cut down, but staying alive long enough to assist on the Batrider kill. Well, this is a game that's certainly not lacking action.
What is going on in his mid lane? Can I see DK's inventory? Does he have like 8 gloves of haste? How is he out-clicking him so much? This is 1. 17 and 14. What? This is not usually a CS you see in the mid lane. Maybe if it's some Huskar, Ember, or OD is, I don't know, against some noob hero. Damn, Yopaj is... he's outplaying him in the mid lane, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen so much Ember Spirit throughout this tournament, throughout these qualifiers, but we haven't seen many Dragon Knights and matched up against it, and maybe we should have been seeing more, because this is what you'd expect, and oh my gosh. This is phenomenal.
It is
18 and 16, wow.
Quite a show. Also has got himself enough tangos to just keep himself going. I mean, of course, it is a matchup you are supposed to win, but this is more than winning. Because sure, you're gonna have more gold, but he's not just winning; he's slowing down the Ember, and that is a big deal.
More denies than the whole Dire team combined. It's another way to look at it too. All right, but enough of that. Got action continuing at all three lanes, frankly, but especially the bottom lane. They continue to trade blows. You got X-Novas hunting once again on the Skywrath. Speaking of trading blows, AC the mid there, sitting toe-to-toe against one another. But Sand King, so how is Sand King building this, you think?
That just has got to be... I mean, we see the Ring of Health maybe into a Vanguard. If he can get a Vanguard soon, I think he'll commit. Otherwise, you just go Boots, you keep a Ring of Health, and then you go Blink. It's taking so much pressure. He's got a lot of stakes, so I think he should be fine.
X-Nova, did he overextend? Oh, he wants the bait. He wants the kill on DB. Gonna put him to sleep, but no, nothing more gonna come of that.
I've got some stacks in the triangle door as well later. I think DB will need it on the Sand King to like kind of, you know, get him back in the game, recover a bit. As both offlane are struggling a lot in this game.
Yeah, true. Timbersaw, wow. So Sand King's struggling, but Timbersaw's even struggling more, especially with the death that he has from the earlier part of the laning phase. And WS needs to be careful once again. Timber chain away. There's the Treant using the Nature's Grasp as well. The Blood Grenade. Oh man, he's gonna live, but just barely.
He's barely living. Yeah, they need to find another way to play this lane. One of the good things is at least that Razor's CS is not that high actually, only 21. If you compare it to TBs and DKs, so like more than 10 ahead, as X-Nova does spot out these stacks.
And now what do you do about it's the question.
Yeah, that's a big buff. 120 bonus damage.
It's like he's playing the last hitting mini game here on DK. This is in 35 and 25. That's ridiculous. The ulti form is activated. Elder Dragon form, he's just going to start right-clicking on the tree, and he has Elder Titan nearby as well. There's the Dragon Tail. He's got the level 3 Dragon Blood on top of all of that, so he's extra tanky, and that's a dead tree. And Ember Spirit, don't know how much you're going to necessarily be able to do against this.
I mean, this is exactly what they did in game 1. They have a slight lead, they just bring heroes mid, and look, there's still the siege creep. They might be able to save the tower this time around, the Army Geniuses, bringing their supports over here. Blood Grenade, they gotta push back soon, so probably gonna die here on the Sky.
There's a stun, the Flame Break pushback, and the Breathe Fire. Helps secure the kill, but won't get credit for it, but the fire is there from both heroes, burning him down.
But and on the next, like, yeah, on the next form, this tower might die. You've got the Living Hour. I'm sorry to interrupt. What were you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say, in the meanwhile, Terrorblade is. We think Dragon Knight's looking very strong. Well, obviously he is, but Terrorblade's doing fantastic too.
Yeah. No, they're all doing very well. He also has like a Raindrop, a Bracer, Magic Wand, Lotus, so he's also very ready for any early aggression coming his way, like this SK Sky, maybe an Ember even rotating. But looks like Army Geniuses working a little bit on the triangle here. 3 levels in the Sandstorm. He's got the Caustic as well to deal with that. Neutral items, and some more golden XP their way.
Yeah. Sand King, you mentioned the Vanguard. Has enough for boots as well. Wants to get that here. In fact, gonna purchase it at least, so that'll be coming. Top lane, Elder Titan. Oh, look at this. Terrorblade's also moving up here. The rotation of the core. Natsumi joining them, and this Razor, who's having a successful start. The link on Bat Rider, but now he needs to run.
They have to chakram.
A lot easier said than done. They take out Razor. Tree and TP's out, but who cares? They got the target they wanted, and they're also going to pressure the top tower.
Oh, those are actually big moves, because like you're playing against Treant, and you can't really pressure bottom too much against this Vanguard Sand King, so you just go top. You ensure this tower to fall. You know that Yopaj will push mid as well with his current dragon form, so this is 2 tier 1s down at 8 minutes against a Treant Protector.
Massive, and you just love to see this core movement, especially using those twin gates, getting a kill, getting a tower, and then coming right back to the bottom lane. So yeah, this movement of Boom Esports right now it's just so fluid.
Yeah.
Beautiful thing to watch.
They are definitely performing in this early game. Spark of Courage on the TB. He's going to continue to farm. Twin gated his way back bottom. As for Army Geniuses, going to have to look for, yeah, like try to speed up DB's early game with like a Blink Dagger and then make some moves around with the Skyrev.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Well, DB, he is farming a bit in the Radiant jungle currently, just south. Trying to soak up some experience up top. So yeah, it's been a difficult game for Timbersaw early on, but he is inevitably recovering and gonna have a soul ring in the near future. You know what he can do with that. He's got the bracer to go with the Ring of Hell, so starting to tank up quite a bit. Still the only one level of reactive armor, but of course that'll start adding up as well.
Yeah, what's good for WS is that he's gonna get to recover, I think, quite nicely because his team can make a lot of space for him. But yeah, Yao on Ember, the entire net worth difference is actually between him and Yopaj. Like 5k to 2.8.
I don't know. We've seen so many Ember games, though, and like having to recover.
Yeah.
It's been interesting. But to be fair, there's been plenty where not only does he recover, but he just actually dominates by the end of it. So it's just kind of one of these heroes that you never really want to count him out, but it is certainly having to play from pretty far behind here. But yeah, I think you address it as well. The key, it does continue to feel like for AGM, is that blink on Sand King. He's got it queued up. He's not going to go with the mana boots even. He knows how much of a priority it is right now.
Yeah, they will need it. Because like, if they go together with him and probably Sky getting level 6, I think you're just going to kill through anyone. Like, you've got the Silence, the Max Sandstorm, the Epicenter on top. You're going to be A-okay to get those kills.
Oh, and I think the Radiant knows it as well. DB still gets stunned. Despite that Burrow strike, he's going to go for the Epicenter. Says, all right, let's fight then. Is this going to result in any turn kills? Doesn't look like it. Another stun in 2 more seconds. He's going to be able to use it.
Yeah, he's just holding his ground.
Makes it out.
Very nicely done.
They're going to cancel the TPs, actually. Both heroes thought they might have chased, but not the case. So yeah, DB, hey, a good escape, certainly.
All right, WS, your comeback mechanic is here. Please come to the triangle and take your 1,000 gold. In the meantime, Baboka is going to get 500 gold and XP himself, so very nicely done. It'll be a big boost of gold.
DB, also speaking of that on the other side, he's farming his own massive stack of Ancients, using that level 4 Sandstorm to assist. And that will likely get him his blink, I would think. Clears the soul out, or very...
that should give him his blink. As of course, WS goes to the triangle, is going to get a lot of gold and XP. And of course, with the new mechanic of how stacks work, Baboka will get the same. Yeah, he's going to have to just like kite through like chain and Q, because he's got 1 level reactive armor. He wants just all the damage in the world.
Yeah.
Camping the rune. Where's your punch? Oh. Yep.
This looks pretty.
Knows that he did get it.
Certainly needed. Not only prevents the Dragonite, but Ember Spirit again continues to play the recovery game.
Oh, suddenly Timbersaw's top net worth after killing like 8 stacks.
Yeah. That's so much for the struggles of WS.
Yep. No more.
Indeed, no more. Blink has been finished on Sand King, but still interested in continuing to farm for now. So is there another item that maybe we're waiting for on this Dire side that you think before?
I doubt it, because I think they would love to get the ball going. Like, you've got your Razor, yeah, he's farming, like he's got Mask of Madness, Falcon Blade, whatever it may be, but even his matchup into like the TB is not amazing. Baboka applying pressure to Varish here.
Overgrowth, Razor's in.
Never mind.
And blows up the Batrider. So yeah, the support Batrider thinking he's just toying with the Treant, but Razor says, no, that's my buddy.
Yeah, well, speaking of Razor, that was a nice kill for him to get. It puts him a little closer towards the rest of the other cores in the game. Sure, he would have loved to have a mana item in his neutral stash, but probably a bit unlucky there.
Oh, look at this. DB moving. Smoke play on the Radiant.
Smoke on smoke.
Oh, it's happening. Who do they catch? That's Dragonite. The blow-up is there. Dragonite's dead. That's a great start.
Oh, and Boboka too.
As
And X-Nova as well.
Boca. Here comes Terrorblade. They're going to turn on a DB, though. Yao, casting it out. They did kill X-Nova as mentioned, so the numbers are still looking good for AGM. Yeah, that's exactly what they needed.
Ooh, 3 for 1 is huge, especially getting to kill Yopaj. And in your dream, he gets to just continue farming top as well. So that's great.
Apparently a slight ping issue. Going to throw out the reconnect, and hopefully that's figured out. But yeah, that's a great find. They didn't even really need the blink in the end, but either way, able to get the beautiful stun on a Dragonite. And yeah, we saw the blow-up potential of that with the Skywrath. Ancient Seal was supplied and Mystic Flare, so.
He does so much damage. He's also level 8 on the Sky, so like there's so much follow-up damage with just on him, like on his own, plus the amplified from the Magic Seal, or the Ancient Seal rather, so. It's, yeah, you're not living through that unless you have like, you probably need above 2k HP.
Yeah. Which, Dragonite's close.
Yep.
But isn't there yet. Of course, Dragon Blood, great armor for this hero, but magic armor, not so much. Definitely Skywrath taking advantage of that. But speaking of DK, of course, what's good against magic is that BKB, which he's got it on his list at least. He wants to finish the Hand of Midas first, but BKB is certainly going to be on the menu for the Dragonite.
Yeah, he's going to want to get himself some scaling before that. Just making sure that the ping and everything is okay.
Terrorblade. Yasha is going to be delivered. So next will be that Manta style, but he has the Dragonlance to go with the Power Treads as well. So his very successful game continues. And then you have a Timbersaw. We mentioned, especially with those ancient stacks that he cleared out as the full Kaya now. Is going to go, going to go the Lotus Orb, actually.
Yeah, Lotus, you can remove Chains, you can remove Ancient Seal, you can remove Overgrowth. SK can stun himself, and if you get it later for like your DK or your TB, that means Razor can't link them. So honestly, I love the Lotus pickup.
Sounds like a lot of good value across the board. Timbersaw obviously agrees, as it looks like we are good to return. So, a couple more seconds before the Heroes of the Radiant will start recovering, or more so respawn. But Terrorblade with that Metaform, he's still farming down here at the bottom, and no one currently going to be around him to deal with it. But, you know, Razor, the counterpart on the other side, certainly credit to In Your Dream. As with that Mask of Madness to go with the Falcon Blade, his own Yasha into the full Manta style. Going to be that item choice. So, yeah, on paper, you really understood it. You like this Razor pick.
Yep.
We'll see how it's able to do throughout this game, though, especially once he gets the next tier of items here.
Yeah, like for now, it's the only real tempo setters are, I think, Yopaj and DB. So we're mainly going to be looking at them to make anything happen. In the meantime, we've got TB just farming with his illusions. And even after that one death, and as we saw with the Midas being so close on Yopaj, he probably wants to chill out for like a minute as well. Well, Boboka has Blink, so I guess he can take over the job a little bit on the Bad Rider.
Yep. Much earlier blink than the Lion last game he was playing. That's much sooner. That's twice as fast, I want to say. So yeah, it's
he knows.
Good to have that.
He knows what's up. No silly games. Get that Blink Dagger. Just go for it. There's a DB queuing up the Boots of Travel and an Aghanim Scepter.
Bottom tower going to be a free push for AGM. They get a good objective there, but I think it's AGM obviously showing that they're comfortable to stick together and go for a fight now. If they keep going to tier 2, you got to be certain that Boom will, of course, address it, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case, as Dire team is making the way towards the mid lane now.
Yeah, the AG's building pressure is, honestly, it's kind of non-existent. I think a Siege Creep is like the best tower push that they have at the moment. Razor is kind of weak at it too, so just gonna continue to play the map. But I would say that they would like to look for some plays. I think the Boom Draft is scaling very nicely. They've got this like incredible TB in terms of net worth right now, and he's just gonna continue to stay there. DB looking for a play, but Xnova, he sees them on an aggressive ward. Or he saw them go through rather.
Yeah. He clearly knew something was up. Not gonna risk it. Gets out of the area. So any attempts is a no-go here for the Dire side. I think we see Dragon Knight popping his Elder Dragon form into the Dire jungle, assisting with some farm, just getting it on cooldown. As he'll push out mid now as well. So yeah, the net worth, it's looking pretty for Boom. It's all 3 cores on their side, top 3 in the game. A smoke play with this DK, he still has a little less than half duration, but good amount of time on the Dragon forms, and they're going bottom. Skyrath. He's in trouble.
See you later. He is dead. Living Armor gonna delay it a little bit. Oh, wait. Still okay, but there's a pushback.
Yeah, well played by Batrider there, cutting him off, looking for anyone else, but figures kind of playing that that linebacker position. Sure he can't get through.
Slightly increasing the lead now to 4K. Lasso still available. But looks like most of the players just happy trying to get to some of their next items for now.
Terribly though, the Manta Style's finished. So I'll give this to AGM in the sense of they have everything coming together, especially with a good Sand initiation. We've seen the blow-up potential from a Skyrath mage as well. So any of these targets, it still feels like if they get them first, even the Timbersaw, if he's not able to load a sword of reaction, like they could definitely drop him. So
they're on DB.
Oh, this is not gonna be how that Vince DB's in trouble.
He even got out of the lasso, but still could not quite save it. As meta is popped, what do they want to do? I don't know if they're strong enough for Roche. Maybe we're just using the meta to farm, because there's no wave. Can't really hit the tier 2 either. Just accept a small victory in killing the DB Sand King.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Dire's gonna scan because they were suspicious themselves if Roshan was happening, but not the case. And Terrorblade is continues
Xnova
up the top.
The classic Ember Skyref interaction. Did not see the Mystic Flare, but of course that's how they did kill Xnova.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Well, it's only the support Elder Titan, but he'll take really anything you can get right now.
Yeah.
And Mystic Flare is not the longest cooldown. 40 more seconds, it'll be back up. Well, so Razor, this is the power spike, if any, right now. He's got the full Manta now finished.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised. I guess he doesn't really want BKB, but I do think there's like some random stuff around that's kind of annoying. Like some storms you have to dodge. You don't want to get DK stunned, some napalms and flame breaks. But yeah, overall, Manta's gonna help him out with some of this. There's a DB looking for a play. It's more of a poke. Lots of body blocking.
Yeah, that's a great job right there so far. Although Dragon Knight jumped in initially, Blake ready to be coming out. Titan Ultimate coming through. DB popping the epicenter.
One hit.
Oh my gosh, he's actually going to live? Are you kidding me?
No, he's actually living.
Wow. Timbersaw goes down and Sand King gets out.
Okay. Oh, lasso onto Jokum.
Skyrath Mage, nice sense. Manta style use.
Oh, he manted already.
Can he thunder? Can he thunder? No, he cannot. Terrorblade's dead. And so is Batrider. Xnova, good stomp, but didn't get the Ember Spirit. He is fast. Oh, dodges the slide. So Xnova going to survive, but AGM.
Okay, he's gonna get the TP off on your push.
Yeah.
Okay, he's close to his BKB. But yeah, they went all the way in on DB, couldn't quite kill him. Timber overplayed there, and then later Natsumi gets caught. He pops Manta right before the Overgrowth, and he just gets Overgrowth stunned, Sky ulted, and we're back to even. Look who's top net worth now.
It's Razor.
It's your boy in your dream. He ain't dreaming. This is reality. So you're top net worth, my homie.
You mentioned, that's interesting, Terrorblade using the Manta style before the Overgrowth, and it came out after the fact. But yeah, he was silenced, I believe. He got silenced by Skyrath, so it's, there are a lot of things, obviously, that he has to make sure that he has to use it against. But Overgrowth is certainly one of the top priorities, but kind of in the moment,
had
to get out of the silence.
Yeah, looking for a little bit of a chase. Has the Kaya now. Looking for the Kaya Sanj, of course. Pipe completed by Timber. Okay. It is a good pipe game, and I guess both the TB and DK, they already scale pretty well. So I can see the idea of making sure to help them out. That's an Aghanim, so Sanking, damn.
Is it really? What does that even do now?
It's the new random stuns within your Sandstorm. It's very funky where people were even like, oh, you should keep Sandstorm level 1 so that it's lower like radius, you know, but it looks very funky. It's a little bit of RNG, but you might see multiple stuns on a single hero come out.
Yep. All right, that's going to be fun to see for DB and AGM. Timbersaw, you mentioned that pipe pickup, though. Yeah, these cores are all pretty tanky, especially in the physical sense, but like we talked about, magical sense, not as tanky.
Yeah.
And, of course, pipe will help with that, putting priority there.
Radiant are scanning.
Man, that's that last fight in what seemed like it was Boom getting total control of this earlier game. Suddenly, AGM finding themselves in a pretty decent spot as well, but Ember Spirit cleaning up these Ancients. Timbersaw getting here late. Nice chain. Prevents him from stealing any, and Ember Spirit's able to make it out. DB, meanwhile, uh-oh. Ags kicking in. Through. DB's just dead.
Yeah, he felt it too. He was also like, oh, it's a lot of pure damage on the Timber. In your dream, he's in.
Razor's here. He's absolutely in. Timbersaw, Lotus Orb. Yow's actually going
nice Manta.
Sitting on top of him, but they take out Dragon Knight. Elder Titan sitting at the distance. Terrorblade, he's making his way over, but he's so far away still.
Okay, good stomp.
Well, kills the Ember Spirit, actually. The Silence Reflection on Skywrath, and now it's Terrorblade showing up. He still has Manta, as well as his Metamorph.
Oh! He got out.
Melee gets out, barely.
Oof. Yeah, I mean, DB, you were very tanky the last fight, but if Timber gets to stand on top of you and there's like also this Earth Splitter and everything exploding, yeah, you drop pretty damn quickly.
We saw right there, yeah, jeez.
Yeah, look at it. It's literally all Timber. 5,000 damage in that fight.
Well, and Timbersaw back to farming after the fight. He's now, again, the top farm in the game. Terrorblade, of course, up there as well. And like I said, Terrorblade was late to get to that fight. His team's still overall doing pretty good. He is going to have an eye of Scotty, though, as a result of a bit more farm time.
Yeah. That's also going to, like, any item that helps you right now to, like, just get more and more tanky and, like, live through some of this initiation so you can try to Sunder is a huge deal against these heroes like Skywrath, Sand King, and Ember. Okay, he did still go BKB on Razor. I think that does make sense.
Skywrath. TPing into the team. This is definitely a smoke play coming out right here.
I mean, he even's got an Aghanim of Sky. It's not to be underestimated. He's going to have more and random spells fly around, more silences, more bolts.
Glad you brought that out. I was just going to reference that here with the smoke play. It's that seems pretty big, potentially. And I don't think they know either yet, so Boom. Going to have a lot more to deal with. A double silence, a double ultimate. Smoking down to Roshan, but Roshan's going to be moving in 15 seconds.
Yeah, it's the 4-man smoke. Make sure you get into this top area where the nighttime Roshan will be. Oh, Boomer camping a ward, but for now I'm not sure. Oh, actually they might run into them. It's a good scan.
Boom smoked up. They are charging out now. Timbersaw. Trying to find anybody. The smoke breaks. Now they know they're nearby. WS going in. Off to the left. Baboka can't lasso. Overgrowth hits him. But no overgrowth threat now. Nice Lotus Orb as well. Protecting the Batrider for a little bit longer, but finally goes.
Oh, nice stun from Sand King.
Yopon just was not doing thunder off at the last second. Skywrath is going to fall. Ember Spirit's going to also die in the shock room. Takes him out, but look at this BKB Razor. The Eye of the Storm. It's doing work. Terrorblade's dead. Dragon Knight and Timbersaw, though, they're a little tougher to kill. But WS. Timber Chain, he's got another Lotus Orb. Is it going to matter?
He's dead.
Probably not. Double kill. This Razor. Do not underestimate.
He just gets to run in, and there were so many random stuns. You cannot fight into this stupid Sandstorm. I think like this area, like he just locks you down. Like Razor just gets to kind of go ham. Like everyone just has a like stun on them.
Yeah, you saw right there, as they're pointing it out throughout the fight recap. Certainly the crowd control of Sand King.
Yeah, they did so much. Look at the 7k damage on In Your Dream. 4k on DB plus all the stuns coming out. It's queuing up a butterfly now. I mean, they're still ahead on Radiant, but certainly the fights are not reflecting the net worth numbers, I think.
No, yeah, it's as a team, when it comes to team fights, AGM is absolutely, I think it's yeah, they're superior. Like, they're fighting into 5 versus 5. Another example we saw right there. It feels like that they have the advantage even. So sure, the net worth still favoring Boom, but you know, when you have a hero like Timbersaw especially, who's kind of going to get that net worth anyways.
Yeah, it's like
a Terrorblade that's free farming.
Ooh. Okay, you're gonna get themselves a Tormentor, but yeah, they've been having a hard time to kind of get their heroes all together in the fight. I would say they need more clean initiations. Like, I think Boboka just kind of ran in, or he got overgrowthed. You just need a Blink, Lasso, Force Staff, bringing him, drop the DK stun, Timber Spells, boom. That's like your first target. Take the fight from there. Because right now, AGM, they're just outplaying you in these fights.
Treant Protector. Gonna smoke. And your Dream Razor wrapping around in the river. Ooh, almost got broke right there, but meets up with the team, and now they're going hunting into the Radiant jungle.
Uh-oh, hello. Right, minus X Nova, that's for sure. He's dead. Tier 1 as well.
Good wrap around there. The TP out from Dragonite. Who, yeah, I mean, DK really haven't, his impact has certainly died off a lot. I mean,
yeah.
Objective pushing certainly okay still, but not really feeling that early successful DK farm.
Yeah, not really. He's got to get into the Manta and so on to like just keep split pushing, be a menace on the map, but you already have a lot of that with your TB. Like, suddenly again, you have like 2 very similar heroes, and I think AG's like magic damage scaling is very high. Like, you've got Ember, Sand King, Sky, like they all scale very nicely with levels in gold too.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying. As tanky as these guys are, that's almost deceptive here on the Radiant side, because all 3 of these cores, it's all physical reduction. The magic, not so much. And yeah, they are abusing that fact on the other side.
Butterfly on this Razor. Elven Tunic as well. Like, this guy does not care about right clicks. Also, like, living armor on top of him. This is 45% evasion with 37 armor. And a Solar Crest that's now ready on your Treant.
Yeah. And with the Eye of the Storm active in the midst of all of that, so even all that armor that they do have on the Radiant side, that's constantly ticking down. Thanks to that, so yeah, the mixed damage overall is actually pretty solid as well still. From Army Geniuses.
All right, they got DB.
Picked up, that's a big kill.
This is how they have to fight. Blink Lasso, Earth Splitter, drop all your stuff, take a hero out. And maybe you can even look for more. Like, then maybe Yopaj can look for like another stun. With Blink Dragon Tail.
I mean, yeah, with him dead for a minute, you certainly think that Boom has to feel like they got to make the best of this opportunity, but they're all pretty spread out for now. They're actually just continuing to do their own thing in these 3 cores in different areas. BKB is finished by Terrorblade, though, and that's now being delivered too.
Okay, I mean, that will certainly help him to get off these right clicks. He just needs heroes to be locked down, like Lasso, DK stun. Like, make sure you get to fight in like a good place. And now he can even man up against a Sandstorm. Because last fight, that just looked awkward.
Yeah. He certainly needed the BKB. And that's got to feel good to have if you're Natsumi. They're grouped up in their left jungle over here. I wonder if they're going to maybe go for a smoke play once they clear out these neutrals. Batrider nearby as well as Elder Titan. But it looks like more so just kind of controlling that area for the time being. I mean, they still have Aegis, of course, in the hands of Razor. Another minute.
Aghanim Scepter on the Ember as well now. So very strong. Still, Joachim holding onto the Philosopher's Stone. He's got himself a Glimmer Cape. All right, 4-man smoke from Boom. Let's see what they can find. I think eyes are kind of on Boboka here. If he can find a good jump, it will definitely set them up for success.
All right, now it's not happening, though. They're playing more of the bait game than anything. But Army Geniuses not falling for it. They don't even care. They're just going to push out bottom tower, and they get the tier 2 bottom tower right there. So, I mean, the one weakness that you can still see from AGM is building hitting is still not necessarily the strongest.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait like 20 minutes for that, I think. Maybe like you eat an Aghanims on Razor or something like that. Because yeah, for now, I mean, he's got a lot of buffs and so on, but yeah, building damage, it's not Razor's strong suit.
So you see a little bit of tickling right there, and you know, respectable damage to the tier 3 tower, but with the Aegis being reclaimed, it's not worth sticking around for much longer. Mid lane, oh, that's just the illusion coming over, so Sand King pushes out the lane and falls back. He too is going to go the BKB route, so that's becoming more and more popular core item here across the board.
I think Boom are gonna be waiting for this MKB on Natsumi. Because right, he does not touch this Razor. We already touched on the high armor, the high evasion. MKB is going to help you deal with that. So I think there's going to be a lot of Manta spam and Conjure Image running around the map to deal with the waves. And then perhaps around the next Roche, I think, is where Boom will feel very ready to fight.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So yeah, it's about 2 minutes, a little over 2 minutes on the right timer, and then who knows how much longer. So in the next really about 3 to 4 minutes or so, you'd figure. Perhaps the next fight could be taking place, but for now, Tormentor is taken. Dokam on Skywrath. He'll get his own shard as well, so now he has that shield. Makes him even tankier himself. Ember Spirit going to push out mid lane, and as you mentioned, the illusion's constantly going to be sent in by Terrorblade, who's getting closer. He has a Demon Edge. Another 1,700 gold saved up, so actually not going to be much longer, really another minute or so. Natsumi should have that MKB finish, but oh, Fire Player smoke by AGM. They want to make a player. This would be a good timing for sure.
Okay, let's see if they can run into someone who's alone. Because you will die. This WS going to flop on over the cliff.
Counter smoke maybe? No, they're not going to do it themselves. Just Boom kind of grouping up. DK in the front. DK queuing up his Odags. Wants to get the enhanced Elder Dragon form. Be the level 4 of it at this point.
Yeah, it's just going to be... it's a really good one in this game. The added magic resistance finally against all of these heroes with like being able to fly over terrain and more splash and more everything. Yeah, it's also gonna definitely help them with like dealing with the waves. I'm a bit surprised he's not spamming his ult more with like the Mantas, because I think that's like the general point of why you buy Manta style on DK. You just splash with your ult all the time, you push out waves, you kind of turn into some TB. If any waves run into the tower, you know, it's up there it is with the Arcane Rune.
Radiant are scanning.
All right, pushing out the mid lane, so getting closer to the Dags. But you talked about the key item really is that MKB, and it is finished. Terrorblade picks it up, doesn't want to prioritize having a buyback currently. Knows how important that MKB is for an upcoming fight. So Roshan, okay, it is going to be a quicker Roshan as we can see. 35 seconds and counting. It'll be, it's going to be up top because we're about to hit 35 minutes.
I guess it's a little bit better for Army Geniuses. I feel like they may have a better grip up top, but we'll see. They're probably going to push in this bottom lane and then make their way up there right away. Because both teams know. Like, at this point, you know, okay, we need Roche. Both teams, they know it. This Boom looks like they want to smoke through mid. They have a good ward here in the triangle, on the high ground.
EK does it go? He does. He finds a jump. There's the quick silence, the lasso, and the melt of Ember Spirit. Once that Elder Titan ultimate of Earth Splitter goes off, they just evaporate. Razor should be fine. Not going to chase him too far, but that's what do you do here if you're Boom? Do you maybe look for that Roshan? They're going to kill the tier 2 mid.
I mean, the thing is, you did use meta, and it will not last forever. And by the time that it's over, maybe Army Geniuses can still look to like contest or even take Roche themselves after.
Yeah, so the Metamorphosis you mentioned is wearing off. If they were to beeline it right now, even it would definitely evaporate before they get there. I mean, they don't necessarily need the meta form to kill the Roshan, but if a fight kind of breaks out, obviously that would be a bit more dangerous.
Yeah.
And it could be a potential. I mean, 20 seconds on the Ember Spirit, and AGM is pushing out the top lane.
Okay.
Scan it.
We'll have the DK Aghanim's now completed on Yopaj.
Dire's middle tower is under
All right.
So that will certainly help a lot in this game.
Yeah, you mentioned that magic resistance, especially that kicks in. That is clutch for sure.
is under attack.
Okay, so AGM, this is what you're talking about. It's like they resurrect now, and they're the ones that actually have a shot to go for Roshan.
Okay,
They're
so
doing it.
I mean, they don't do it the fastest, but they are doing it. So let's see if Boom can like delay this a little bit. They do have ET, like one of the probably the best Dota here when it comes to delaying Roshan.
But Sand King with that Ags, also it's intimidating to fight into that. That's another Sandstorm down. So they're not fully committed anymore. In fact, they're wrapping around. Is AGM trying to find a jump chance?
Every second that goes by, meta is coming closer and closer to cooling down.
There we go. Baboka, 4-staff though. He gets away. The epicenter committed to that.
Okay.
Top tower is under
I have the Storm as well. It's not gonna be up. Mystic Flare. It's a lot of ults down, and they're regaining meta form.
Yep, 10 more seconds. It's going to be up. A Razor, he's kind of feels that desperation going back in, but going to be bashed even, or more so slept actually, by Elder Titan. So meta form, it's up. It's good to go, and you know Boom is feeling a bit more ready.
Okay, smoke up from AG.
They're just going to smoke on out, maybe do a full wraparound.
They want to look for a full wrap. They're just making sure that Boom aren't sneaking it right now, so they're even scanning it themselves. But they don't have any vision, and look at Xnova. He's drawing the exact line on the minimap as well. So they know, I mean, they know what's coming. They're not in the pit. Where are they?
They swapped places.
Yeah.
Literally what happened right here. It's like, all right, now it's our turn to go for this Roshan.
is under attack.
Razor. He shows. Sand King also shows. Finds the stun on Baboka. They found the Bat Rider. The seal comes out. Buddy gets away. Metamorphosis. As well as the Elder Dragon. 4 of them. That's a Skywrath. He's likely dead. There you go. Finally killed off Razor.
Oh, in your dream?
Razor's dying. Razor, he can't BKB or Manta. He's just dead. TP out from Sand King is successful, but damage has definitely been dealt, and they're going to go right into the Roshan pit on the side of Boom.
Yeah, that's just the way. If TB gets to hit in a fight and people are locked in place, he is just going to destroy them. Like, Yopaj is getting there too when it comes to the damage. 3k on both of them. Timber with some pure damage. You just get off like a decent lasso, a Dragon Tail. In your dreams, just doesn't really stand a chance. I think the Link was also reflected from the Lotus Orb, so that certainly did not help.
Oh. Well, I want to know why. It seemed like he definitely had time there to BKB or Manta or even both on Razor, but he didn't. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there was something preventing it. He was stun locked out the whole time, but in the end,
That may have just been like a clutch Dragon Tail. I didn't quite see. I thought he was just like getting smacked by the TB. And so he's going to get himself the shard. Looks like Timber also getting a shard, so good stuff coming their way. You've got the Aegis and the Cheese. Probably going to wait a little bit for your meta to start cooling down. So Yopaj is hunting a little bit.
yeah, that was a close call there. If that smoke broke, he maybe does blink in, but not the case. So we got Ember Spirit able to survive. Keep his distance for now. Terrorblade, though, another 4 minutes now on the Aegis that he's going to be very cozy with. The MKB even currently in the backpack. Tier 4 items are starting to pop out. I still think the game state is a case of the jump still certainly matters.
Yeah.
This Dire team, if they get the jump, they still have a good shot to blow up one, even two of these cores.
The problem is they need like a very clutch jump on AG or like a nullifier, because these 4-staffs will absolutely nullify the Skyrift now. Sure, you go blink, Burrow Strike, you get linked, or you drop the Mystic Flare, but then there's one 4-staff. Now what? You're seeing it in all these fights. These 4-staffs are just winning them the fights.
A team mobility. Oh, they see the courier also flying in. Watching the courier flying around these Radiant heroes to pick something up. And it looks like it was...
Oh, there's the nullifier. Wow.
Sand King. How about that?
Yeah, just doing the right thing. They need it. Because you need to ensure that the person you go on, that they just die. Like, if you drop all your stuff and they force out, well, suddenly, you're in a really bad spot.
Yeah. And that was close. The courier almost got picked off, so the fact that it lived right there and is able to deliver the components to Sand King, pretty clutch. Certainly a very impactful item, a given hope for AGM. That much more that is to be able to withstand this push. Again, the Aegis, still plenty of time, 2.5 minutes, 5,000 gold on Terrorblade.
That looks like a freebie.
Trant. Yep, that's for sure. TP in. Timbersaw gets there, but a little bit too late. Just wanted in on the action. He, by the way, Timbersaw with the Octa Ring core now too, so.
Yeah, the scaling is certainly starting to work out for Boom's favor here. Like, we're just starting to see all of their stuff, whereas Razor is still... well, he's got a nice inventory, but there's a lot of problems coming their way. And eventually it just matters. Can you jump in and kill someone? And I think this is very easy for Boom. You've got a good stun with DK. You've got the lasso as well. DB is going to have to work overtime again. This the nullifier is very clutch.
Oh, Sand King, close call there. Blinks. So
That was
close.
Very close.
If DK gets that Dragon Tail stun, then that could be the end of him. And I don't think he would have buyback. It definitely doesn't have buyback.
Yeah. You've got 1 minute on the Aegis. I want to see if... I feel like you could go hit the tower. If anyone comes close, you go Blink Lasso, Force Staff, bring them in. Like, either way, you get a little bit of gold or maybe a buyback. So let's see what they want to do. Because you do have 1 minute left on the Aegis.
Yeah, try something. DK. Just waiting for somebody to show and defend at this bottom tower, perhaps. All right, says no one's going to show. Let's just go ahead and do some damage. Move on the mid lane. Batrider, he tried a lasso.
Okay.
Unsuccessful. Dragonite, though, with the level 4 Elder Dragon form. The Mantis Dog comes out, and I mean, Treant certainly doing work here with the tower protection.
I would really like... Ooh, Yopaj taking a lot of pressure. Oh, that's a nullifier.
Manta, BKB, Natsumi, raining down for the skies. DB, his own BKB running out. You did not want to fight in the sandstorm. Ancient Steel also on Natsumi. He cannot sunder. He's got the Aegis, though, for 18 more seconds. So if they kill him here,
TB.
Right back up. Oh, TB melts. Oh, they get the Aegis kill, but it's Sand King no longer here. No buyback.
Oh, no meta. But yeah, you've lost your Sand King. Might just be your most important hero right now when it comes to the lockdown. Let's see. Cheese is dropped.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say he had cheese on Terrorblade, but giving it off to DK there, who eats it. Oh, man, without Sand King, that was your strong initiation, of course, and this was already difficult even with him. The silences are there. Sunder against...
There's a lasso.
Yeah, he also has Satanic throw. The Mantis down the lasso. Yao is still alive somehow. The Revenants come through. The Sunder used by Terror. Yao manages to survive and slip away. Some way, somehow.
Oh my god, they got the Razor.
And they do cut down the Razor. DK also jumping in, takes out Treant. Buybacks on a couple, but not using them yet. They're going to need to, though.
2 buybacks.
Yeah, Yopaj, just this tri-core of Boom Esports.
Yeah.
It is now proving to be a little bit too much to handle. Sand King, 10 more seconds. That's going to be middle melee racks as well, so there is still the top set, of course, there. Even DK doing some damage to the tower, but
I mean,
that was plenty of damage.
They will hold, but it's very expensive. Yeah, I'm glad to see Yopaj is throwing his dragons on the buildings, because I think it's taken quite a while. Like, because this Manta Aghanim is just so dirty. Like, you just throw them there, they corrosive breath all the supports and all the buildings, and just can slowly start to chip some of them down. But yeah, Razor, no more buy. Treant, no more buy as well now.
And Dragonite's almost level 25 as well, by the way, so that's also going to be coming out.
Yeah.
Passive upgrade.
Dire are scanning.
Timbersaw is level 27, so he has the second chakram that he's had now for a bit.
Yeah, they've got some really getting to the territory where I feel like they're getting things they don't even need. Blink Lasso, no buy if they get him.
Razor, he's 10% life, and always barely able to escape. Yeah, I was also trying to get out DB as well.
Oh, the chakrams.
Just do it work, but again, another death on Sand King. No buyback, neither on Treant. And this may just do it. Going tier 4 is obviously desperation time for AGM. This is it. You might as well fight to the bitter end, but the bitter end is near. Ancient at half-life. They're going to pop fortification. Razor, he's dropping. In your dream, he's dead. 110 seconds. And now the stun happens on Ember.
Oh, that's it.
Are cold. It's Boom staying alive and moving on. They'll face Execration in the next round.
Damn. Boom actually pulled through in this game. Damn. These were some very